Hi, it's Esme. Welcome back to the Are You Good podcast. And I'm with.
Samani. I'm 17 years old, and my favorite color is pink. My favorite hobby is basketball and working out, and I like taking care of my family.
Awesome. And I think this might be Samani's second time on the podcast. I think you were one of the first people that kicked off the podcast with Aiden earlier on. But today we're going to talk about goals, health, and growing, right? So let's see. Do you want me to start off with a question or do you have something to say? Start with a question? Okay. What's one goal that you set for yourself so far?
To work out more so I can be healthy and eat healthier than eating a lot of junk and stuff, candy and junk, and like taking care of my body, making sure I eat the right things so I can break out or have allergic reactions, and make sure I go to the hospital, check in every year, see if anything wrong with me, or twice a year, see if anything wrong with me.
Yeah, that's a good healthy goal for yourself, taking care of your body and your mental health, but also being like accountable and grown up to be like, oh, I do need to go to the doctor every year and visit so I can make sure that I'm still healthy. The goal that you set for yourself about working out and stuff, I can kind of relate to that. I did try going to the gym and like working out, but I think it's definitely hard, right? You have to be really disciplined with yourself on like making sure that if you say you're going to go to the gym, you're going to go to the gym. So I think that's a hard one for me because I also have been trying to overcome that feeling of being in the gym with other people is intimidating, especially when I don't know anything. Do you go to the gym or do you work out at home?
I go to the gym.
Do you like it?
Yeah. But it's be packed in there a lot. But this summer I'm gonna be in there more, like more active a lot.
Yeah. What do you do at the gym?
I forgot the things called when you run, like
Like
you
the
know how you run
treadmill?
'em? Yeah, like
Yeah.
you everybody be on. I be on them, and sometimes I do the lifters up, and I get on the bikes 'cause to work on the legs
Yeah.
and stomach part.
hmm
So
Do you go by yourself?
no, sometimes I go with my friends, or sometimes I go with my mom or by myself.
Okay, that's nice going with someone else. And then you kind of mentioned like trying to focus on eating like a healthy lifestyle, right? And
Mhm.
maybe more balanced meals. Is that hard for you?
Yeah, especially like when you know how you trying to eat less or trying to eat healthy, but you normal eat stuff like chips and candy and
Mhm.
stuff, so it's hard to like eat like that.
Yeah, that is a hard one, especially like being a teenager. I can only imagine because you just want to eat fun things and things that are quick and rapid that you can just pick up at the store. And like even adults, right? Like we all
Mhm.
have our sweet tooth or our preferences on what we want to eat. I do think that's a hard one. I think I have been able to like become better at it throughout the years as I grew up older. Where now I can be like, oh, like I don't, I don't personally like chocolate, right? And
Mhm.
a lot of sugary things like candy I don't like, but I would like a smoothie or something that's so sweet but it looks different. So I think that's like a hard one. But once you find like a good balance, then I think it's a little easier to be like, okay, I'm gonna have a small portion of something, but I still get to eat what I want,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like right
And
now, I'm eating
smooth
pizza.
and smoothies are healthy. Like if you're trying to make a healthy smoothie, just use like a lot of fruits and stuff and yogurt and chia seeds.
So is being healthy, what does that mean to you? Does that mean like going to the gym and being active and eating healthy or is it something else?
Like work like after you done eating, I know sometimes after you done eating you take a shower, you get tired because I do. But when you eat, you go after you work out, just make sure like you can eat the same way you do. Just make sure like you walk it out or like work out afterwards you eat.
And do you think healthy also means like healthy mindset?
Yeah. Like if you could be eating fruits and vegetables every day to like
What about like your mental health? Do you know what that means?
yeah, I know it makes it a little bit help this. Like can you explain it as a
Yeah, I can explain it. So mental health is more of like or emotional side of things are more about regarding like your brain, right? And how
Mhm.
that works. And maybe like negative thoughts versus positive thoughts is a good one, or like the way we think or feel about ourselves. So, more of like
Mhm.
the self esteem part. Do you think that's important as well?
Yeah, especially because mental health is important.
Yeah.
Because I seen my sister go through mental health when she was depressed a lot. After she got out of a relationship, she was depressed a lot, while just doing nothing until she finally got out that mood and start like
Yeah.
getting herself together and just focusing on her.
Exactly. And that
Like
takes a lot.
sometimes I get depressed a lot, and what I do is I just listen to music or I just walk, take a walk or something.
Well, that's
So
good
I
that you
don't have
have
to
that.
sit around and be depressed. But everybody get depressed at one time.
Yeah, that is right. Because we all are entitled to our emotions and how we feel and think. And some days you're going to be sad, and some days you're going to be really happy.
So
Uh,
sometimes I'm sad and sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm mad and
mhm.
stuff, but I still be nice when I'm like mad or going through something.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest part, right? Like, how are we going to respond and act, even if we are feeling a certain way? How do you think you stay motivated when things get tough?
Sometimes I be wanting like to like when things get hard for me, I be wanting to quit and be like, no, I don't want to do it no more. Then I'll be having to think it's worth just doing it than just dropping out or anything.
And I think with you too, you've talked a lot about like long term things, like things for your future that you've been talking about. So, does that help you stay motivated? Because you know that in order for you to become something else when you
Yeah.
grow up, you have to be motivated, right? To do the things now.
Yes, because also I always be like, I'll be saying I want to go to college and I want to do like go for what I want to do, like hair and CNA stuff and helping people. Because one day when I was in Milwaukee and I was going up there to see my grandma and me just helping her and stuff and seeing it was I was like I'll be a good CNA or a good healthcare just helping people. So that what made me do that. But order for me to go to college, I have to get through with high school and be passing my grades to order for to be going to college or to do any of them things.
Exactly. And I think you do a good job too at the school, like staying focused and like trying to have those good, kind interactions with other peers in your classroom. I know there's certain people in your class that you help out even more. Do you want to talk about that?
Like, I like helping Kylan out because my little sister on my dad's side, she have the same problem that Kylan have. So really can't control anyone' problems, but just help them and be there for them. And I always ask everybody is they okay because you never know what they're going through and have people in their life. So it's important to make sure you talk to people and you don't gotta always tell people business unless it's something out of pocket, like them trying to kill themselves or any of that. Then you tell somebody, but either than that, I don't tell nobody business, but just try to help them and talk to them.
Yeah, I think you've always been a really good friend and with other peers of like hearing about their problems and how they're feeling and then making sure that you're helping them get the help. So I think I agree with you. Like when things come up that are really concerning, you always make sure to tell an adult. What about if you had a tough day? What can you do after a tough day? So let's say you had a horrible day. What do you do afterwards?
So it's just like I had a rough day. Like after I'm having a rough day, I try to watch a little TV or maybe go somewhere to get me some or just shop or something just to get my mind off that. But sometimes I be needing a hug, so instead of me needing a hug, I just go like shop or either just like ask my one of my friends to hang out and then we talk about our problems together and it cheers my day once that happens.
So being surrounded by people that you love and care about, and then distracting yourself with other things that you enjoy. What could you do or say to someone that is struggling or they're in this sad funk or they had a bad day? What advice would you give them?
To keep going and you can do it. I say that to everybody. Even what's I forgot his name. He just graduated. Forgot his name.
Angel?
Like Angel, he was one of my good friends here. He still is. He just graduated now. But when I taught Angel because Angel will always be make it seem like somebody would try to bully him because he didn't know how to tie his shoe until I kept doing it for him and showing him how to just do it. And he was trying to give up after I was showing him how to tie it and how to wrap it around. Even he was just like, you know what, skip it, I can't do it. But then I actually pushed him, so now he kind of know how to like do it
That's
now.
all. And a lot of it is like that, right? You have to practice, practice, practice. Even like as an adult, you have to practice things because it's not always going to be perfect and you can't give up easily, right? Every day is a new day, I would say. I have some quick little like this or that questions. Okay. So I'm going to give you two options and then you tell me which one you would prefer, a gym session or a nature walk. So walking outdoors, like at a park.
Jim,
The gym. Okay. What about journaling? So writing things down or talking to someone?
I like writing stuff down. I like just and because I do that at home. Sometimes I go out in my room and listen to music on on my iPad and just writing things down in my diary.
What about sleeping in or waking up early?
I'm kind of a morning person, so I wake up so early, like at 5 or 4. I just wake up early and stay up.
Wow, that is pretty early. What about a healthy snack or a sweet treat?
Healthy snack.
What's your go-to healthy snack?
Like watermelon and yogurt, because they're my favorite. Like eat it together, yogurt and
I
watermelon.
don't think I've had watermelon and yogurt together.
Not like mix it together
Oh,
separately.
okay.
Because watermelons is a fastest way, like it's a good diet to do yogurt and watermelon
Hmm.
separately. Because watermelon is just water and melon. So
How do you find this information, Samani? I feel like I heard you talk a lot about food and like their healthy ingredients or like that they're good for you. Do you spend time researching things and reading things about healthy food?
So also I be looking at TikTok videos and I also look up on Google how to like get rid of like weight and stuff and it pop up stuff that you can do for my age. And also my mom, she do diets, like she don't eat junk at all or none of that stuff. Like she just buy it for us, like her for my siblings and us. So she just buy it for us. Or if my friend come over or something, she just buy junk but she don't never touch it. She eat healthy.
So it sounds like you have a good example at home that are kind of like helping you and staying motivated with those goals. Let's see. I think of one more that we can ask you. What about yoga or sports?
I say yoga, and but I also would say sports because I love playing basketball.
Yeah, I thought
But
that would
I
be
did like
tricky.
track, but that's not it's something like you want to do. It's a lot of running. I did it for a whole year, and it was a whole lot of running. I finally quit. In the third game, I quit.
Well, at least you gave it a try, right? You were able to experience it. What is a challenge that you faced that helped you grow? So something that was difficult to overcome. Like, have you always been someone who is open to asking for help? Have you always been able to talk about your emotions?
Before I came to Thunderbird, I wasn't like respectful and stuff. I used to be disrespectful to my teachers and stuff, and not because they didn't take me serious or really wanted me to. They act like they wanted me like to graduate and stuff, but really they didn't because it wasn't helping me or just letting me do work. They was just letting us sit there, not teaching us. But then when I come to Thunderbird. That's when I met Miss Asme, Miss Amelia, and Miss Danny, and all of them, and they really wanted to help me and really be there for me. So then that's when I really start being respectful and become the person I am now, like being respectful and nice and helping people make well, I've always been a helping people person, like make sure people are right and stuff. But and I've always been respectful too. But like if you're not respectful to me, then I'm not gonna be the same to you. So that's just what it is. And what changed me, Centerbird School changed me because ever since I came here, it teaches me how to like be a better person and how to respect people and how bullying is not cute and fun and stuff. So that's what changed me and made me come better. and gooder.
Yeah, I agree. I think I've seen like a huge shift, and even like what I've had heard from your past history that you've told me, you're like a whole different person. Like I don't think I would have imagined you to like be mean. But I do think a lot of it comes from like building trust, right, with the staff. And then feeling like you're being heard, right? That's a big one. Because if you don't feel like someone's hearing you, then you're not gonna care to want to be kind to them, right? When you think about the future, what do you think about? For yourself, for your
Like
family.
I always say, I want to give my family the world because it's like it's hard for them now. Because when they was younger, they wasn't really like getting too much. Like it was hard for them to get money and all that. But now it's not because they focus and what they want to do. But for me, I just don't want to be like the type to get older and turn 18 and get out of school just party and kick it. I really want to go like to school and be successful, like have my own hair shop and do nursing too. Like I want to do both of them things, not just like get out of school and kick it and get drunk and smoke and all that. I want to just like have a career and not like a job. I could just go to and get off and have fun and stuff like that.
So it sounds like you have good priorities in your
Mm.
head about what you want, which I think is great because you should be thinking about good things about yourself. And I agree with you. I think I would rather see you be successful because you're a really good person, and you're capable, versus just, like you said, doing some bad things and wasting your time, right? Pretty much. Is there anything that scares you about like growing up or goals and growth?
Bills. Cause the way my mom make it seem like she always feel like bills are expensive, like when she pay my phone bill and stuff. And that's another reason why I want to work this summer is because also like I see my mom, she never get to do nothing for herself. She always spend her money on me or nothing. She never get to really do what she wants to do because it always going on me or what I was so that's another thing why I want to, because I also want to give her stuff and we could do stuff together. So it just don't have to be me. Like she just, you
Mhm.
can go and then having to work again and then having to make all that money, enslave herself, and then turn around and buy me a lot of stuff and not give her.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome to hear that you at least are recognizing those things. And yeah, money is a big factor in the world, right? Where in order to pretty much survive at this point, you need to have money and be able to pay things and buy things that you need and want. So that is a big one. Is there someone that you look up to when it comes to growing or health and goals, and why? So a person or people.
I would say Miss Asme and Miss Amelia and Miss Amber and Miss Sam and Miss Danny. Them four. Did I say is it four or five?
Thank you. Said
It's five.
five. Good.
Five of them, I would say, because it's stuff that I talk to each teacher about personally, and they help me about, and they see where I'm coming from because they've been in the same shoes. Like Miss Amber, she it's stuff that happened to her when she was younger that she understand and where I'm coming from. So it's like I talk to all of them about things. So that's why I say they y'all all I can't pick like
Yeah.
just one because y'all all help me and try to want things better for me. So
That's awesome. And I appreciate that too. And I think, yeah, I agree with that. All of us are here for you. We're always going to listen and want what's best for you because we know that you're capable and we wouldn't want you to just, basically throw your life away in a sense, right? So whatever you need, I think we're always going to be there. What is something that maybe you're working on that people don't really know? Maybe you don't tell them.
so like you know how Miss how Summer I said I want a job. So like the reason why I really working on for myself is I'm trying to like make a goal. So like when college come around, I have enough money, keep putting up my money for college and for my senior year. I can have goals for myself, like go to college and graduate and all that. So I'm just really focused on that. And really to kick it or hang out with anybody, I'm just really focused on making goals for myself so I can be good when I get older.
Awesome. Kind of going back to an earlier conversation that we had, what does your morning ritual look like? What do you do every morning?
I wake up, take a shower, brush my teeth, wash my face, and make some breakfast, and maybe take a walk and drink water. the warm water with chia
Mhm.
seeds in it.
Yeah, so very much like self-care right away in the morning. So that kind of kicks you off with like a positive attitude, maybe, and like coming in strong with like you're taking care of your body. Does that make you feel good?
Yeah.
How do you know when you need a break versus when you need to push yourself more?
When I need a break, it's because if, like, when I push myself more is when I'm not doing something right or I'm not trying. I'm just trying to give up. Then I push myself more to for me to just do it. At least try, even if I get it wrong. At least still try. And what was the other question again?
And if you think like, how do you know when you need a break?
Is when I'm not in a good headset or I know I'm finna act up or get to cut going splashing out, then I ask, can I take a break? Or like when I'm at home, I don't ask for a break. I just go in my room, shut the door. But here I have to ask for a break instead of just walking out and not so they know where I'm going or doing.
Exactly. Do you think that failure, so failing at something, is that part of a growing? Yes or no?
No. Well, it is basically because I failed a couple times on things. So,
Mhm.
but I mean, at least you try. You could try, and you can always retake a test or do it again.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that failure is part of growing, right? Because if you don't try, like you said, you'll never know. And if you failed, that's okay. Now you can like reflect and look back and see where could you change? What things can we modify or adapt to make it different the next time that you try it? So I do think that failure is part of growing. What's a moment that you're really proud of?
Me still having people around me who want to see me have good goals when I get older. So that's really just make me smile and make me happy. Me having people around me that love me still.
Do you ever feel peer pressured or pressured in general, maybe by like adults or family or teachers, even to be perfect?
Probably my mom and grandma, they always push me
Hmm.
like to be perfect and talk to me a lot about school and reading and stuff.
And how does that make you feel?
Sometimes I get mad, but then I have to realize they just trying to help me with my reading and make me get better.
Some other things that you want to talk about?
I think that's all.
Should we wrap it up or do you want me to ask you more?
You could ask me more if you want.
What would you tell your younger self about being patient?
Like, say if you keep brushing things and somebody get irritated, but they probably get irritated because you brushed them and stuff. See, all you could do, you could. It's okay to ask like 2 or 3 times, but if you keep doing it, then it's pushing, and it's also pushing you, making you stress about it.
Hmm. How do you feel about timeline? So, a timeline or a deadline, I guess, for goals. How do you feel about that? So, like, let's say that I'm gonna give myself a goal of I'm gonna go to the gym every single day this month. Is that, do you think that's like an appropriate thing of like having timelines, or should I just go with the flow and like go to the gym, but not every single day? Is there a difference or not really?
I mean, yes, a difference, but if you want to go to the gym every day, you can. Me, it's I don't know, cause it's hard to keep going to the gym every day in the summertime,
Mhm.
cause it can get you hot a lot. It's puffed up, so it's
Yeah.
hard.
And I think sometimes it's hard, right? Because goals like aren't just gonna be achievable overnight, right? It's gonna take time to meet those goals. So like
Um,
if I wanted to lose X amount of weight in a month, but I don't, that's okay, right? As long as I was trying and I was going to the gym or working out, versus not.
but I know like working out and stuff is good for your heart.
Mm-hmm.
I know my doctor told me that. She told me you don't have to work out all the time, but at least sometimes
Mm-hmm.
make sure you eat them right and drink a lot of water. Like me, I don't drink soda every day. Like I drink it once in a while. Like I'm not the type to drink juice or soda every day. Like I have it once in a while, but I drink a lot of water than juice and soda.
What would you say is one piece of advice that someone has told you, or that you have heard in a movie or in a book or whatever, a song even, that has stuck with you? So, a piece of advice that you can think about.
Mm, Don't ever do anything like I don't know how to explain it. Cause some I went out a police officer told me once to don't keep doing the same thing over and over and keep going. because I was a good smart girl. So don't keep up in and up to this place. So
Awesome. I think that was some good advice for you too, in the sense of like maybe that police officer didn't know all about you, right? But they still were able to see that little piece of like positive from you of like you are capable than more. So like keep going. You need to change, right? Like we can't continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over
mm,
and not do anything about it, right? We already kind of talked about that one and how your life looked a year ago, unless you think there's more. What did your life look a year ago, and have you changed?
ever since I've been in Jersey, I mean, ever since I've been at Stenenberg, I haven't been in trouble with the police, going to court, and none of them things. So it's been going really good and calm and
That's
out the way.
awesome. Way much better, right, than
Mhm.
last year
Yeah,
or the year before that, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up, and then
Okay.
we'll see everyone next time.